voices, stories, and reports that make the difference. This is Agidigbo News, 88.7 FM, the people's voice.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo, 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am OLAMIDE BADMUS. First, the headlines. SEC warns Nigerians against fake investment schemes on social media. Fire government, security agencies clear Ibadan streets of destitutes, beggars. United Kingdom leader faces probe over €5 million gift from crypto billionaire. South Africa president secures party backing over Farmgate scandal. President Federation Cup draw to hold on Friday. Now the details. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has warned Nigerians against investing in unregistered online investment schemes being promoted on social media platforms, cautioning that many of them operate like Ponzi schemes. In a public notice seen on the Commission's X handle today, the SEC said it had observed a growing trend of fraudulent investment promotions across digital platforms, including WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, and TikTok. According to the Commission, many of the schemes promised unrealistic or guaranteed returns to attract unsuspecting members of the public, while stressing that several of the platforms currently operating online are neither registered nor authorized to function within Nigeria's capital market. The regulator further warned Nigerians against relying on investment advice from individuals or organizations that are not licensed by the Commission. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Oluseyi Abiodun-Makinde, has declared his intention to contest for the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under the newly formed alliance between the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and the Allied People's Movement, APM. Governor Makinde made the declaration at a mega rally held at the ancient Mapo Hall to officially announce the alliance between both parties. Agidigbo FM news correspondent Oluwapemi Bamidele was at this historic event. Here is the report.
The ancient city of Ibadan came alive today as thousands of supporters filled the street, singing, dancing, and waving different banners under the hot afternoon sun. From the PDP Southwest Secretariat Shoji Adagondo House to the ancient Mapo Hill, Ibadan witnessed a major political show of strength ahead of the 2027 general elections. Amid loud cheers, thunderous claps, and sounds of talking drums, the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Oluseyi Abiodun-Makinde, officially declared his intention to contest for the 2027 presidential election.
Hi, Oluseyi Abiodun-Makinde, FNSC, announce my candidacy for the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Earlier in the day, the atmosphere at the PDP Southwest Secretariat, Shoji Adagondo House, was already filled with anticipation and excitement. Party supporters gathered in large numbers, while political heavyweights held exchanged greetings inside crowded halls, where members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Allied People's Movement (APM) signed what they described as a grand alliance. In his address, Governor Makinde said the alliance between the PDP and the APM is a step towards building a stronger coalition capable of presenting an alternative leadership for Nigeria.
The calculated and said opposition cannot unite. But I am here today to say that it is a miscalculation.
In their remarks, the national chairman of the Allied People's Movement, Dr. Yusuf Dantale, member of the PDP Board of Trustees, Honorable Ali Odefa, and the national secretary of the APM, Honorable Oyadeyi Ayodele, praised Governor Makinde for his achievement and said the alliance between the APM and PDP is aimed at restoring the pride of Nigeria and strengthening democracy in the country.
We have to rescue Nigeria from the interests of Nigerians. And in doing that, we must drop anything, religion, ethnicity. We have to understand our differences to make Nigeria great again.
Also speaking, the former governor of Osun State, Chief Olagunsoye Oyinlola, said the alliance became necessary because the ruling party at the national level had failed to fulfill its promises to Nigerians. The Oyo State chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Honorable Dayo Ogungbenro, expressed confidence that the new alliance would produce Nigeria's next president and help other candidates under the coalition to win in their respective positions. As the procession moved towards the ancient slope leading to Makpol, the city became a theater of political symbolism. For many at the rally, today's gathering was more than a declaration. They believed the political movement was a deliberate attempt to return Ibadan to its old reputation as the political heartbeat of the Southwest. What emerged from Ibadan was not merely another political rally, but the unveiling of a growing opposition to challenge the balance of power ahead of the 2027 elections. And in the heart of Oyo State, the stage appeared set for another major chapter in Nigeria's political history. Oluwapemi Bamidele, Agidigbo FM News.
The Oyo State Rule of Law Enforcement Authority, (OILEA), in collaboration with the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources, the Nigeria Police Force, the Amotekun Corps, and the Environmental Task Force, have carried out a joint clearance and enforcement operation on destitutes and street beggars in Ibadan main city earlier this evening. During the exercise, which covered key areas including the Bere Makbo or Jaba access routes, scores of destitutes and beggars constituting environmental and public order impediments were apprehended. Speaking on the operation, the chairperson of the authority, Honorable Justice Adirunke Adiremi, reaffirmed the authority's stance against indiscriminate street begging and the unlawful occupation of public spaces, and further noted that the joint operation will be sustained to ensure that Ibadan and other parts of Oyo State remain clean, safe, and conducive for residents, visitors, and businesses. A youth advocate in Ibadan, Ms. Amirat Fossasi, has expressed concern over the increasing dependence on betting among young people, describing it as a growing social issue driven by unemployment and the harsh economy. Speaking with Agidigbo FM News, Ms. Amirat said many youth now rely heavily on betting as a source of income despite the financial and emotional risk involved.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ilé ló ti bàjẹ́, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ló dẹ̀ ti gbé ẹ̀mí wọn sókè, nǹkan táwọn olóyìnbó ń pè ní high blood pressure àbí hypertension. Ọ̀nà kan táwọn èèyàn sábà máa ń gbà láti fi ní òun ní trade. I mean, they see it as a scheme whereby, you have to put in low effort and you are going to get the money, immediately. But one thing about betting is that it's like a structure that breeds death. Is a structure that breeds, even in the long run, it can ruin you It can rule you if caution is not taken. Betting as a scheme, initially it was seen as a means of, just playing game and that's it. But what a lot of people don't understand is that it is like a debt breeding scheme. What I mean by this is that you have to like pull in money to it if you really want to like get a return from it. And the possibility of you getting that return is like 50-50.
The youth advocate concluded that betting should remain a form of entertainment and not a financial plan, urging young people to focus on productive ventures and skill acquisition. Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kunle Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damlola. United Kingdom Parliamentary Standards Commission is launching an inquiry into whether Reform UK leader DJ Farage broke common rules by accepting a £5 million and not declaring it, although Farage said he was under no obligation to declare the gift from billionaire reform backer Christopher Habon because it had been given before becoming MP. However, opposition parties said he should have declared it in the MP's register of interest when he was elected to Parliament in 2024. The Conservative Party wrote Parliament Standard Watchdog, which is now investigating whether the reform leader broke the House of Commons Code of Conduct. Meanwhile, Labour Party chair Anatoly stated that it is right for Farage to face proper investigation as he needs to explain how he got the money, why he got it, and why he did not declare it. Waymo is recalling thousands of its self-driving cars in the United States over a software issue that could allow vehicles to drive into flooded roads. According to a letter posted on the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website yesterday, the voluntary recall affects nearly 3,800 robotaxis that use the company's 5th and 6th generation automated driving system. This followed an incident on 28th April in San Antonio, Texas, where an empty Waymo vehicle entered a flooded road and was swept into a creek. And that ends the news from Kunle Studio at Gidigbo FM. United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damlola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. Britain's Health Secretary, Wes Streeton, announced Thursday that he was stepping down from the government, fueling speculations that he may seek to challenge Prime Minister Keir Starmer for leadership of the Labour Party. In his resignation letter posted on X, Wes Streeton said he could no longer remain in his position after losing confidence in the leadership. Mr. Streeton's actions could escalate months of doubt about Mr. Starmer's leadership into a full-blown political crisis for the Prime Minister and his team. On Tuesday, the Prime Minister had vowed to fight any challenge to his leadership and dared rivals in his cabinet to run against him if they have the nerve to do so. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has received support from the top leadership body of the African National Congress amidst the controversy surrounding the Farmgate scandal, which centers on the theft of foreign currency hidden inside furniture at his ranch. The backing from the party's National Executive Committee could strengthen Ramaphosa's position as he faces growing pressure to step down. Ramaphosa said he respects the ruling by South Africa's Constitutional Court to revive impeachment proceedings linked to the scandal and vowed to contest the allegations. The South African president, who has led the country since 2018, has consistently denied any wrongdoing. The scandal raised questions over the origin and handling of the $580,000 in cash reportedly stolen from his farm in 2020, including whether the money was properly declared and why it was kept in furniture instead of being deposited in a bank. And that is the news from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Soya.
Welcome back once again. Now in the exciting world of sports. The draw ceremony for the national competition of this year's President Federation Cup for men and women will hold at the NFF Secretariat, Abuja, on Friday, 15th of May. The draw comes after the national playoff games, during which 4 teams were eliminated from the women's competition and 6 teams from the men's competition. A total of the 32 teams will be drawn for the national competition in the women's category, while there will be a total of 64 teams in the men's competition. The present cup holders Kwara United, Shooting Stars, Enugu Rangers, Bendel Insurance, Nasarawa United, Ikorodu City, Rivers United, and Barao FC are among the contenders in the men's competition, while last year's winners Rivers Angels, Nasarawa Amazons, FC Robo Queens, Ibo Angels, Bayosa Queens, and Niger Hotels are among the contenders in the women's competition. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. SEC warns Nigerians against fake investment schemes on social media. Our government, security agencies clear Ibadan streets of destitute beggars. United Kingdom leader faces probe over €5 million gift from crypto billionaire. South Africa president secures party backing over Farmgate scandal. President Federation Cup draw to hold on Friday.
Don't forget that you can listen to us live on our website www.agidigbo88.7fm.com. You can also download our mobile app on Google Play Store and iOS. Simply search for Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Follow us on Facebook at Agidigbo 88.7 FM, on Twitter and Instagram at Agidigbo 887 FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have news stories and tips for us, contact our newsroom on 070-8714-4865 or send us a mail on newsroom@agidigbo887fm.com.
And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am OLAMIDE BADMUS. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State Independent Electoral Commission, OISEC, has called for continuous collaboration.
We bring you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
Southwest Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Agidigbo 88.7 FM, the people's voice. Agidigbo 88.